Hello, David here, and the project for today is replacing the flush valve in a toilet. The reason why I think the flush valve is leaking is because occasionally I'll hear the water supply valve turn on and start filling the tank. And it'll run for maybe 5 or 10 seconds. And the tank should hold water without the level dropping. So that's why I think it's leaking. Should check the level. I placed a piece of tape right over there where the water level should be, and I have noticed that it drains down. So this is the valve that fills the tank. When that float goes down, fills up water, kind of works like the fuel bowl on a carburetor. And then when the float goes up to the top where it should be at the right level, then it shuts off the fill valve. One way to check if the flush valve is leaking is to add food coloring to the tank, and then after a couple hours look down in the bowl and see if the water is colored. That's a sure sign that the flush valve is leaking. Flush valve is also referred to as a flapper valve. So I've decided to use the Fluidmaster Model 555C replacement flush valve repair kit. I've used this brand before in the past. I've been happy with it. As a matter of fact, there's one in there now. So it comes with a adhesive seat that you have to peel the adhesive and stick it down. It also comes with a great instruction sheet that's well illustrated and has very detailed description. First thing you need to do is shut off the water supply. Drain the tank by flushing the toilet. With the water supply valve off, the tank will not fill. Next function is to get a sponge out the remaining water that's in there. If you have a wet dry shop vac, you can use your shop vac. So make sure you take the filter out of there, because the filter is not supposed to get wet. Got most of the water out of there. Next we want to remove the chain from the flush handle. And then remove the old valve. It should just snap off. There we go. Next step is to pry off the old seat with your fingers. The instructions specifically state not to use a tool. I guess they don't want to get the seat scratched. So just take your time, lift gently. Get all the pieces of the adhesive off. There we go. It's the old one. I'm going to try to get as much of this old adhesive off as I can. Said to use mineral oil on a rag to get the rest, and then brush it with some warm soapy water. And I don't have mineral oil, but I do have baby oil. Let's try baby oil. In order to get a good seal, this has to be pretty clean. After scrubbing with the hot soapy water, the instructions say to rinse with clean water, dry, and then repeat that step. I'm going to use a hair dryer to speed up the drying so that the adhesive sticks better. Next step is to position the valve, so don't remove the covering liner from the plumber's putty. Get it in for checking position. If the overflow tube is 12 o'clock, instructions say to have the hinge either between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock or between 3 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And also the chain should be close to the front of the tank, and there should be about a ½ inch of slack between the chain. And if the chain is too long, they recommend doubling the chain so the chain doesn't get stuck in the valve and leak water out. So I think this position is going to be good. Yeah, right like that. Not like that, because the handle's on the other side. So let's remove the liner. I'm going to be able to make sure it's centered. And push down firmly. Want the plumber's putty to slightly ooze out. Looks like about ½ inch. Chain isn't too long. This valve has settings on it. Goes from 9 to 1, and you turn this. It's on 9 right now. 9 is the most water flow. 1 is the least water flow. They say with an older toilet, you probably should be on 9. So I'm going to start on 9. They're recommending flushing the toilet on each setting, starting at 9 and go down. And when it doesn't flush debris on the lower setting, then you go back up one setting. So you go up a setting until it flushes properly. I'm kind of impatient, so I went right to setting number 5. Let's try that. Setting number 3. I don't think that was enough. Setting number 4. You know, about those settings, I think you really have to watch the debris as it goes down to make sure it completely voids the tank of the debris. So I am going to leave it on, oh, it's between 4 and 5. I'm going to leave it where it's at, and I'll just see how it goes. If it's not flushing enough, I'll just go up a number until it does flush. No point in wasting water. Anyway, I want to thank you guys and gals for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more great videos from David GPO.